yes, today's generation is very smart. Those students have, early access to so many platforms and so many source of information. So they consume since their early ages. So they have become very smart. But the only thing is that, I said that we were surrounded by the teachers who guided us. So those teachers, those people, were not driven by any ideology. They were not driven by any biasness. That didn't happen at that time because I never felt that. But today, as you said, if you go and, it's very difficult to find any person who's not driven by their certain kind of ideology or certain biasness. It's very tough. If I go and open newspaper or I open any channel or to hear or read something, I can see faces. I can say that this person will say this thing. So that ideology, that biasness has written on your face. This is happening at present. That was not the case that time. So, I never felt that. So, for the first time, voters of younger generation, of today's generation, my advice is to them that develop a habit of reading and watching and, observing things. You should observe things. You should not take decision at what a very first step. You should never do that. Any decision. It's not just political decision or how to go and which party to vote. This is helpful in any kind of decisions you are taking in your life. So start observing things. Start reading. These days you get too many articles or too many stories that gives you a certain kind of idea that this is good, this is bad. So if you start reading a certain kind of stories and analytical pieces where they are saying that certain kind of things are bad, and you are reading only that kind of thing, you will definitely start developing some kind of biasness. So at an early age, my suggestion is that you should read both sides of story always and decide yourself and use your brains. Then think which is important and which is, lesser important and which is like misleading kind of information. And then you take a call. So never go and take decisions on the basis of just few information, source of information that is you are consuming. And without discussing with someone with whom you are not agreed. So what I used to do, I definitely used to have a discussion जिसके साथ I was not feeling comfortable. What he's saying is, no, how can that can be right? But again, I went there and I asked that person, just let me know why you are saying that what you are saying is right. So I need to understand your side of thinking and your side of analysis of the pieces. So this is only going to help the first-time voters, because when you say first-time voters, they are going to vote for many years, and they will be the deciding force who will run the country, who will run the state, who will run your district. So this is very important. So read everything. When I say everything, read the stories and analysis pieces from both sides, and take a call. That's very important. So the first-time voters, they are very smart. They are consuming news. I know, because we used to take interviews for some positions we had, and when we start discussing the political thing, I get surprised. Sometimes they are very aware, but sometimes I feel sad because they are aware of certain things. They don't know about many other things. So don't constrain yourself. Just open it and don't follow any ideology. Don't follow any biasness. Try to create your thoughts bias free. Then only it will help. Yeah.